Today's lesson is from the book of John, 4th chapter, 16th verse onwards we will read. Jesus saith unto her, Go call thy husband, and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Jesus said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou now hast is not thy husband. In that sayest thou truly. We see here this woman is considered to be a sinful woman. Many portray her as a sinful woman. She has committed sin by having 5 husbands. Over here, it has not been mentioned that she had 5 husbands at a time. She was married to one after the other as per the Jewish customs. And Lord Jesus didn't call her a sinner. He didn't say, stop this sinful behavior, nature, or like that. He didn't mention anything. He said, Thou hast had 5 husbands. If a woman goes with someone else apart from her husband, he doesn't become a husband unless he is married. She didn't go astray with five people. She had married. It is very, very clear. So, we will consider in what circumstances a woman or lady is supposed to marry like this. First of all, the woman can be married if she has no children, and because she had no children, to raise children on behalf of the dead man's behalf, they get her married in her own community, in her own near relatives, things like that. That was the Jewish custom. So it is not at all wrong when it is considered, because in many other customs, in many places, maybe in India also, when a woman's husband dies, she is not supposed to marry another. Of course, it depends on the customs of each place at that time. In those times, they in India or other places, many other countries, they are not allowed to get married. It is only once they are married, and if the husband dies, they have to carry their widowhood lifetime, whether they have children or no children. So the Jewish custom was different. So she was not at all a bad woman or an adulteress or whatever it may be. She was married as per the custom. Many in the community, in our believers, call her to be as a bad woman, but that idea should be removed from our minds, because Lord Jesus didn't call her like that, and they both were discussing a very great subject. They were discussing a spiritual subject. She was asking about how to pray to God. When we see further, we see it says, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and ye say that Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. See, she had a very big doubt in her heart where to worship God and how to worship. So, to bring out that from her mind, Lord Jesus had to prove that he was some prophet or something he knew about how to pray to God. So, she asked this question, seeing that you are a prophet, so tell me this answer. Then he gives an answer and says, Jesus saith unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet in Jerusalem worship the Father. It is not in the place how you worship the Father, neither in the mountains nor in Jerusalem. Place it does not matter. This is not neither that nor this is correct. That's what he was saying. Ye worship ye know not what. So the Samaritan woman, he tells her that you what you worship you don't know how to worship. We know, the further when we read, we know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and truth. You see, the time will come when the true worshippers, those who really worship God, will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. Here we have many things. We must worship the Father and we must worship Him in the Spirit because God is a Spirit, and in truth because He says, I am the truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship Him. Father wishes such type of worship only He seeks from His people. It says over here, God is a spirit, and they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. So, I hope, brothers and sisters, the doubt has been cleared about the Samaritan woman and how we must worship God in truth and spirit. This is very important. In these last days, we must worship Him in spirit and in truth, not in words, long prayers. These are not things what is needed. In the heart, we always meditate and pray to Him and worship Him, talk to Him, communicate Him. May God bless these words.